Right, 14. No. All right, so our Director General continues his assessment tour of LBS facilities, and we are currently in the Gobacho area in red light precisely. So currently we are here at this police station, Liberia National Police Zone Depot, Zone 5 Depot number 1, here in the Gobacho area. So the director is expected to speak to the officer in charge here at the police depot, and I'm being informed that the police folks here will take us around and show us the demarcation of LBS facilities. But the LBS has 4 pieces of land here along this Kobachop area. So go to right. Yeah. All right. So there is a cornerstone belonging to LBS in this direction. It's another demarcation in that direction.
We even mark all the structures here for the so there is another room, and let's go there to see.
30 minutes to follow over the car.
It's very well to this
62 acres, right?
Yes, 62. Right to that building.
You think we can cover 62 acres today?
No, I just want to show the from the
all right, so the LBS has about 62 acres of land. Right up. Yeah. All right, so you heard it from the officer in charge. We're in the red light area around the Gobacho market, and the LBS has 62 acres of land in this place. So it means a lot of these structures that you are seeing have all been erected on the land belonging to the LBS, and these are all permanent structures. But, the director Fahngon is still touring the facilities belonging to the LBS. We are here on the one that's in red light.
Over there, to that place there.
Where?
Because of the island, so our side is this way, and that side is on that side. So this is the island. That's why it's like this way forward. On the side. So this road, that road there, you can square past that road. What is right?
So these buildings,
so all of the buildings in this direction belong to the LBS, and the cornerstone should be somewhere right ahead of this school. So
I got my neck. Good morning,
excuse me.
oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So we're still moving. This place, like you heard it from the officer in charge, 65 acres of land. It's a huge portion of land, but it's in the red light area.
He's up here.
This building right here, that's our place to be. It's on.
Okay, so the roundabout still moving around.
This is the roundabout in the center.
Can we go clear? So we use the car to go about the roundabout.
You can even walk. Okay.
We can walk, but it's not about walking. It's about getting what we came here for.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to use the car, and
the reason why we're going the roundabout is just to see the structure. We have to tour the main facility. This is for me. I'm interested in knowing how people got permanent structures on the LBS properties. This kind of structure is not temporary. Yeah. So all these structures, nobody would just get up and just put up a building just because they saw LBS and said to help with LBS will build. Somebody knows something, and we need to know, and that's all we seek, the knowledge of knowing what we're getting into, what we're taking over, from. I understand the circle is big, so we're just going to ride around the circle and then we'll decide. As I said before, we cannot tour 62 acres today, but we definitely will do so at some point in time.
So behind you, that's one in the other car there, yeah?
all right. So I'm going to get in the car, and we will drive. You heard it from the director. We can't walk all through. We can't walk all through to
I
want to use the window to do the thing around. Sorry, Mr. Kodo. Right, so we'll use the vehicle and see if we can tour the facilities. You heard it from the director. As you can see, there are permanent structures all in the way here in the red light area, the Gorbachev area, in 65 acres. It's a huge portion of land. We can't walk toward 65 acres, so we're going to drive. This entire place is like a roundabout, so we're going to go around, and we'll be giving you a view of the structures that are in the way of the land that belongs to the LBS. 65 acres of land, it's a lot, but there are permanent structures being built in the way, and you're hearing it from the Director General. He wants to know how are people acquiring permits to build these structures in the way. All right, I guess the director is having a conversation, so I'm going to make my way there and see.
So if you're going to inherit our property or squat on our property, then we need to keep it clean. And to keep it clean, we need to share in the expenses to keep it clean. And that's some of the things we'll be looking into. So we're just going to ride. I don't know if a bike is here to take you along with us.
I have a bike out. Buddy!
Yeah, want to capture that?
Yeah, but who got this signboard here? There's a church.
So if we go closer, you'll see that the signboard right ahead of us that says Liberia Broadcasting System. So you look right here.
This is unprofessional. Pastor shoe. They people, I don't know if it's working. They people who are just dressed small for him to check on. They who are like this. Ain't gonna see. This place right here, they make who are jamming tire right here. Okay. Just for them to sample, come like this. And you see it? But you sample there to tell my story, and then you call my own sample.
All right.
Everybody for sale? Go for what? Go for all. So, whoever pastor, you please tell him to move his sample, not to throw it away. You must just plain it like this. You have no food, plain it like this. So when the people look at God, they can look at our sample too.
All right.
I beg you, please.
We'll do so. So that's it. Of course, this signboard right here is obviously covering that of the LBS. So I think it will make a lot of sense for it to be placed on the other end so that I can face the road because, I mean, yes, of course. So
It's not far though.
It's not far, right? But let the car follow on.
You can pass this way down here. Go out.
Go around so?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we get tired, we mount the car.
All right, so we're trying to stay touring. So the director wants us to walk through the property. So it's a huge property actually, 65 acres. All of the structures in this round cycle are being built on the land belonging to the LBS. So
For learning and all.
structures, and all of these structures, as you can see right here, says LBS right on the wall. All of the structures have been marked. They are all in the way. They are all on the land belonging to the entity. All of these structures, this entire portion of land belongs to the entity. And the director is actually assessing the land and see if the entity can revisit some of the agreements that have folks occupying the land belonging to the entity. Of course, he's asking questions as to how people are acquiring permits to build structures on the entity's property. But again, this is just an assessment tour.
This is my opinion, my question is, I think this is a serious. If somebody building for business, making money out of the, you know what I mean? If just squatting, temporary workers, that's different thing. Wow.
This for me is temporary. But that over there is permanent. And it's recently constructed.
Right.
On the LBS property right next to the tower. Well, again, like I said, we will write them a letter. Is there a community chairman or something here?
Yes. He's one of the chairmen.
On the community?
Here for quite some time, since 1997.
97. We're not here to yank people away, yank their property. That's not what Joseph Walker is about. But there are some things we need to sit down and discuss. I think you see our tower there. There is no way the government of Liberia will build a tower with cable extending here and not own this land. So my duty would be to find out how this person got to erect a permanent structure here. Lest we forget, this property is 62 acres. 62 acres. We have all the paperwork, everything for many years. Not for me, for the government of Liberia and the LBS. But sometimes it's just fair we understand each other. And they just got some people who refuse to have peace. And I must say, I'm on an assessment to know what is for LBS, what LBS stuff looks like. I'm not going to make secret of it. At the appropriate time, we'll write you and the community people for us to sit down and have a talk. Because right there, it's unacceptable. Right? Look at the cable right there. Look at where the church is.
That people is not a church.
Yes, sir. We just, my name is Isaac F. Dwana. I serve as acting chairman for this community. In the absence of our sitting chairman, President Rabon Jr.
Right.
Yeah, I've been here for quite some time now. But he just returned from Turkey for studies. And I welcome you to the community. You are the father of this property. And we are glad that you are even here. But prior to your coming, we have had a series of meetings with the Liberia broadcasting system, and we can explain all here, like you say.
No, Megan,
that's right. So we are hoping that we sit in a forum so we can discuss some of the happenings in the past that have taken place. So we'll be very glad. So from here, we'll convey the message to the Refugee Authority, the community leaders. The chairman is now here. I've been placing call to him since last night. Okay, one of the elders is also here, just arrived. The pastor you talk about is here, and the community, the youth leaders, they are also here.
My thing is, if you know your landlord and your landlord know you, there will be no problem.
That's right.
If you don't know your landlord and your landlord don't know you, you will be out of the area. And the reason why I'm making this statement to you is because we come in peace. We need to sit down and coexist as peaceful people. 62 acres of land belongs to the LBS. If we're not ready to use it and people have temporary structures on some of them, that's fine. Because when we say temporary, it means that the day we're ready to use it, 40 years from now, you will not get a problem. But when we have a facility like this, and it is the right of the Liberian people to be informed under Article 15, and you come and you put up a structure like this, we need to have an understanding of where you and I sit. They got some people who say, we build it, of course, but we're just here until you're ready. And I agreement. The day you're ready for it, I will give it to you, even though I build it. And I agreement. But if we don't know where you sit, you don't know where I sit, where the confusion is. Just so you know, I'm some of the person that have preached truth. Truth be told, they got Muslim people here, right? They got Jehovah's Witness, Catholic, Episcopalian. Maybe this is prophetic, apostolic, or Pentecostal. Church of God Pentecostal. So Jehovah's Witnesses don't pay taxes. Muslim people didn't buy their land. So what is for the people must be for the people. And we must be careful how we use religious activities to infringe on the rights of our people. At the same time, we have to be careful as a government not to infringe on the religious rights of people. That's why I say we will have a meeting, sit down, we know where we stand on the issue. Fair game?
That's it.
Thank you. Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now what we want to
Right, so that's it. I mean, nothing other than dialogue. You're hearing it from the director. He will obviously have to dialogue with the community dwellers and those occupying the land, those building permanent structures on the land. Right ahead of us here is the tower, transmission tower belonging to the LBS, right here ahead of us. But there are huge structures built along the tower, beneath the tower, which of course pose a hazard to residents, of course.
And you are the chair? You said the chair now, yeah? Who the co-chair? So, as I told, and maybe you can convey this message to the chairman, come in peace. What should I say? To take a look and see what we have. It's our understanding that people respond to here. And so, we come to at the Quinton's visit to know what we got, to meet the leadership, and to somehow find a time where we can sit down and discuss. Given what I have seen, LBS property is 62 acres. And it's been now inhabited by nearly squatters.
62 acres precisely.
This kind of structure is not permanent, you can see it. This one right here is permanent. You see it? You see the difference between the two? Someone did a quick mud house that if you tell them, and then we're ready to use the place, they will say no problem. But when you tell this person you're ready to use the place, they look at the cement, blah, all. There's a difference between permanent structures and temporary structures. There's a difference between a permanent resident and a squatter. And that's why we need to have this meeting. So you can understand me, I can understand you. Together we put pen to paper and have an understanding that the law will agree upon us. But all of this is not my decision. My decision is to do the assessment, make my observation, and report to the President, His Excellency, Joseph Numa Boakai, through the Board of Directors, the LBS. And so don't feel intimidated, relax yourself. I saw you coming. No, we're working together. What's supposed to be will be. I better go for Christmas at Christmas. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Just got information for you. In the boss coming to meet you. Thank you very much for coming. Because we are having our interest and we do everything. Thank you, sir.
Now let's look at. Let me show you something.
Yeah.
That is not.
Let's
very
not focus on the
hazardous.
downside.
No.
Look at our cables. This is not intended to hurt anybody, but look at the cables. And then the same people say, we can hear you in Sano. We can hear you in Lofa. But Honorable Co-Chair, how do you get real signal if the particular pole and all its cables are jammed and occupied by temporary structures?
Well, we want to write the video.
So it's not about me. It's not about the government or Joseph Numa Boakai. If you have the time, I want to reference you to Article 15. The right of the Liberian people to be informed and the right for them to have access. If you don't see that word there, let me resign. To the state-run media. And they must have access to this. So these people here, we have to discuss. This around here is unacceptable. Sometimes we allow things out of sympathy, but sometimes we got to find a way. For example, if 3 people right here in front of the building, if I can get in the same thing to do dead block right here, 1, 2, 3, then let me do it so that the rights of the Liberian people can be respected. The right to be informed and the right to have access to this tower. This tower provides media services. Whether social media or artificial intelligence, it's media services. It's a transmitter site. So the cameras are on. Those who get their own camera, turn it around and see if it's accessible. If any one of these buildings, well, the country is out of communication. That's why I keep saying we will sit down. The other people can buga buga buga. I don't come buga buga. If anybody know me, every time you see me on the media, I preach peace. But soon you bring buga buga, I'll take you out.
And so
let's just get the community together. Let's find a time, you and I and your community leadership, we will sit down and one day, hopefully, when they clear this garbage, this is unhealthy. This is really unhealthy for your community, for LBS. So we'll talk to, I think it's Peaceville community,
the city corporation,
the mayor, and we'll see how best we can do something different. And I mean really, really different. Because this is unacceptable for people to just come and dump the dirt wherever they want to dump the dirt. And they're not only dumping it there, they're dumping it all over the place now. So we got to do some working.
Yes, sir. Regarding it, I just want to give a final information, sir. We don't have the little area before, but during the campaign, this place was designated for 4 communities that were possible to be removed as soon as possible. So that was done. They said that they are having to that get rise to other people around hiding there. So we went to the district office yesterday when the representative came before her. We were still even gave the permission to the community to wait there on that day to they removed. So we did so, he said yes, it is true. Now constantly on the way now. Yesterday we met with the issue. It's communicating with other country, but she's communicated that as soon as possible, it's going to install.
I will meet with the mayor. Here is the deal. When we live at a place like this, the squatters here, Mr. Co-Chair, do they pay a monthly fee? See? So you live somewhere free, the other people pay $100 rent, $50 rent, you live somewhere free. Even $5 at the end of the month to buy you to clear your own debt, you can't make it. Or to clean your community, just $5 a whole month. It's not possible. The reason why that's just my own idea that some of the things we'll sit down and talk about. If you live on my property, I'm just saying so it's not my property, it's LBS, right? If you live on LBS property, they're not charging you. You're not paying rent. If you get $5 every month for your own cleaning and for the place to go nice, you say you can't do it, the property for LBS. So LBS will take the necessary course of action to make sure its property is maintained.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So how do you maintain or sustain people living here and not even contribution? How do you maintain the place? That's that.
Prior to this day, we have been able to manage our debt. Yes, we have been able to manage the debt.
Now when he asking you, how do you do it?
Forget
The
about
whole
that.
place, how do you maintain? And you know you are a community. You know you need less funding and how do you operate?
Before then, we had a Magna Association here about overseeing being the maintenance of this place. After they left, before we came over to maintain the place.
Okay.
Before the time of the year, but say our excellency as community leader, we have been working hard in maintaining the place. When issues come, we get to our people, partner with us, to solve that problem.
So y'all have been using your own money.
Yeah, community.
Nobody in the community paying to nobody paying nothing. Okay, thank you. Let me show you something that I observed real quick. Come with me. A good we're talking to you now, so you know where we're going. Come on, I'll just say this here. Come on, I'll just say this here while you're the transmitter. I can see where the gentleman's standing.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, be honest with me. Is it safe the way it is over there? You can see it coming out. Is it safe?
No, sir.
No, it's not.
It needs to be supported so that it can be safe. This is fully functional and working. This is unacceptable. But it is my duty to explain to you the danger. If fire catch anyone on their building, our country is out of communication. Is that a fair way to treat the rest of the country? You see the second support cable over there? You see how it looks right there? Where they put in the pepper? That is unacceptable. And that is why I advance to you the idea that we need to sit down so all of us can reason together in the interest of the country. If we can't do that, there's no reason I remain DG. We must reason, we must protect our facility for the rest of the country. Did I say we must go protect the garbage play over there?
No.
Did I say we should go protect way over there?
No.
But these are our cables. They will be protected in the next 60 days. And we'll do what is necessary for the rest of the country to enjoy the facility.
Yes.
Is that a fair deal?
Yeah, what would be in that direction? But we understand the benefit.
Thank you. It means you understand that I'm not chasing nobody, but the country is the country. Therefore, we must protect the property that supplies or cater to everybody in the country. We must protect it, not protect our own interests because I get small pepper business over there. Hey, nobody more can here. No, the people in Lofa deserve this property too. So thank you.
So here's what he was trying to display. This is the support cable. This is the support cable from the main tower, and this is the tower right here also. And if you look at the cable, interesting thing is the cable goes from here and goes up in the zinc, passes through the roof of this house, and then it goes up. And there you see. Of course, it's obviously dangerous. If anything happens, I mean, every home around this place will obviously be affected. Now, that is the tower right there. And it's covered with houses, surrounded by houses. Let's make our way there so you see for yourself.
This is the person
So this is the transmitter building right here. This is the transmitter building.
No, don't come. We'll come to you. We don't want to visit you. Don't come. Yeah, okay. We don't want to visit you. This is where the
LSL equipment
is fully functional. That turn around, look behind you right there. This right here is unacceptable for such an equipment. But let me just ask you this. Just out of your head, the equipment inside here will cost how much? It's out of your mind.
1,000 plus.
1,000 plus.
1,000 plus, 2, 3, 4, 5,000. 100.
But it's a transmitter?
Yeah, for a website.
Sorry,
also.
so I'm trying to come out.
Yeah.
So Telecell.
Telecell have it. Yeah, Telecell is equipment.
Who is Telecell?
Telecell. I think they should be an ISP.
A Wi-Fi company.
Yeah, Telecell is an ISP, internet service provider.
Yeah, but our Wi-Fi company.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're using our tower.
Yeah.
Tell them the new G. I'm not going there. I'm serious. That's the kind of person I am. I feel very, I feel somehow for my country. They provide services, they make money. This right here will not cost you more than 500. Just turn around and look at it. You built house before. This right here, to pour a glass window.
What are the equipment? Let me see. This one is
And you don't have no current, you don't have
no current now.
no current.
No LSC.
No LBS. And you are in here.
Look, come here, Chris. Come here. Look at where they're running the equipment.
Yes, they have an equipment.
Come and see what I'm doing.
Look here.
They have an equipment there, and then the place looks so dilapidated. So you run this here, and you have no.
There's no light.
No LSC for now. LSC is out.
Okay, are you using the generator?
We use generator. We use solar panel.
So solar panel running this right now.
Solar panel running right now.
And these are their servers.
The solar panel only for the servers and stuff.
Yeah.
That's it. No LEC.
No LSC.
Nothing.
I want this on the evening news tonight.
Serious.
Tonight, and it will run tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm serious about this. If Telecell, I in fact do a letter to them. You work for them?
Yeah, I also provide security for them. Take care of this.
Take care of the place, provide security, everything. This is a one-man show here. You got engineers and stuff working with you?
No, I mean, they come and do this. Yes.
They come and do this. Tell them that the Director General of LBS came to the facility today and he said this is unacceptable. I'd like for you to run a complete video recording of what you've seen here. And if they cannot do anything to improve this facility over the next 14 days, I will take a decision in the interest of the LBS in particular and the country as a whole.
Thank you, sir.
This is unacceptable. You know, when you're not making money, I can understand. But when you make a lot of money at the expense of the people and you use the people facility and you cannot even put a $300 window and you cannot even paint the place. And you cannot, this is $5. Me and Chris standing right here can change this ceiling time right now. This is unacceptable. For our country, it is. Look at your equipment.
So how does this thing cool off? I mean, you need like air conditioning.
No, we don't have air conditioning now. We have the whole open.
That's why they open it from both sides.
From the top.
Oh, they have the fan.
It's built in on top. This is unacceptable, bro. This is like a warehouse in this building. How much will it cost to tie this floor, to put all these things and make this place decent? Or some form of habitation. This is unacceptable. This should not be.
All right, so you're hearing it from the director. We just got here and discovered that this place belonging to the LBS is being used by an internet service provider, precisely Telecel. And of course, the place looks very dilapidated, very, but their servers are in here. They have their servers. I've seen some routers and cables running all over the place. And this tower is one of the tallest towers in this area. So, excuse me.
Look at the people just standing and looking. That's how your country looking. Somebody. No, but when I say your country, you know, I'm here. That's how your country looking. Somebody makes millions of dollars on the service they provide. The equipment that gives them the millions or thousands or hundreds of thousands. Look at the place's house. Look at the place's house. And at the end of the day, they're using our equipment, our tower, our building. This, the only thing I can say, tell your bosses, it's unacceptable. I won't say it's unacceptable.
Do that.
All right, so that's it. Oh.
We see for ourselves everything that is unacceptable is unacceptable. This is really
Hey, excuse me.
Honorable Chairman, it's good that we came here today. We look around. And this is not easy for me as a citizen. It may be easy for some people, but it's not easy for me. I see the future. I see the politics. I understand the community, fear or what have you. But we may not be able to do everything correctly in so short a time, but the little ones we can do, we will do it. If any one of these places catches fire, this multi-billion dollar establishment here will be gone. The support cables to the tower, you can see them. They're not protected, so how can they protect the cable itself, the tower? I will be depending on you to work with our people. This tower is for everybody in the country. You agree with me? So 5 persons sitting around the tower, making sure it's destroyed because they have to be there. They leave us with over 5.2 million people. And so 5.2 million people benefit from this. So 5 people cannot cause it to be destroyed because they must be here. So we have to work on that, okay? So we'll work on the garbage, call the mayor, and we will work together. The OIC will have a letter sent to you. I would like to meet with your leadership as early as next week. Okay. Thank you, sir. I mean the entire leadership, so we can map out a plan to come and meet the people. Hopefully most of the areas will be clear. We can stand right here and talk to the people. documents. Just so you know, the signboard was right over the property of LBS, not me. I'm only the Director General. And the last time I checked on my decks, it was 62 acres of land. So where we're standing is not even the 45 acre. So don't think I'm coming after you. What I'm trying to do is to secure what should be secured right now. Then all the other things we'll talk later. First things first. Then the other things we'll talk later.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so that's it. We will now move to our next location. You heard it from the Director General. This place is in the red light Gorbachev area, and there's a tower right here belonging to the LBS, and there's a transmitter building right there also. But there aren't transmitters belonging to the LBS. The entity will now want to put this place in use. We'll have to install some brand new equipment and stuff like that. But an ISP company, like we've just discovered, called Telecel, is occupying the place. They have their servers in there, and they're using this place to provide internet services for folks in this particular part of the city. But the place looks very dilapidated, and the Director General went in there and noticed that the place looks very bad. So
by next week,
he is asking the folks occupying the place to.
I also want to thank you for the garbage issue.
No, I didn't tell you I would clean your trash. I told you we'll discuss with the mayor and we'll see what to do. I didn't tell you I would clean your trash.
That's it, yeah.
I just want to be on the record.
That's it.
Don't forget.
You said Balu built bathroom here. Where the bathroom? So where the bathroom?
All right, so we'll now go to our next location. To bring you a little summary, the Director General's observations he had is if we look down, there is a support cable right there. There is another support cable right there, but these cables are passing through the homes of residents who are occupying the LBS property right here. It's a 62-acre of land, according to the officer in charge of the LBS currently. And so the transmitter building that's here has been occupied by Telecel, but it looks very dilapidated. It has that equipment in there, but the place doesn't look cool. No air condition, nothing. There isn't paint on the wall. The windows are bad. So the Director General is concerned. According to him, he will meet the community dwellers and those occupying the land belonging to the LBS. It will be a dialogue. He is not evacuating anyone. So my name is Anthony Williams again. Thanks for staying with me. We'll go on to our next location now. The LBS has several properties across Montserrado. So wherever you join us from, we'd like to say thanks for watching. And that's how we bring this video to a closure. Bye-bye for now.